Imagine this. People are talking about you while you're not in the room. What three words do you think come to their minds when your name is mentioned? Whatever those words are, that's your personal brand. Whether you've designed it intentionally or not, you already have a personal brand. The question is, are you the one controlling it? Welcome to our series on personal branding. I'm Daniel. Are you ready to discover the importance of a strong personal brand? This could be the turning point in your journey as a successful Deriv partner. Stay with us, because we're going to talk not only about why personal branding matters, but also how to build a brand from scratch that opens doors for you, creates opportunities, and yes, delivers real results in your success as a partner. Let's dive in. Think about a brand you like for a moment. What is it that really attracts you to it? Is it just their products, or is it something more? Here's something fascinating. The most powerful brands in the world aren't really selling what you think. BMW isn't just about cars rolling off the assembly line. They sell the feeling of status, success, of I've made it. Adidas doesn't just sell shoes, it sells the feeling of victory, the sense that nothing is impossible. That's the magic of branding. It's the invisible connection between a product and how it makes you feel. That's why people camp outside shops waiting for product launches, or proudly wear the logo on their chest. Let's pull back the curtain and see exactly how that emotional magic works. Have you ever noticed how certain brands make you feel something instantly? It's no coincidence. It's a brilliant strategy. Let's take something as simple as toothpaste. When you see that box of Colgate, you don't just see a dental hygiene product. You feel freshness, cleanliness, and perhaps even a boost of confidence before a date. Take a good look at those toothpaste packages. The blue, white, and green tones aren't chosen at random. They're deliberately selected to evoke feelings of cleanliness, freshness, and health. That's how our brain works. We use emotional shortcuts to make thousands of decisions every day. Quite simply, we don't have time to analyze every purchase logically. We decide based on how we feel. The most successful brands understand this psychology deeply. They don't just sell products, they create emotional signals that guide us straight to them. And here's the good part. As a content creator, you can apply these same principles to your personal brand. Did you know that branding isn't a modern invention of marketing? In fact, it goes back thousands of years. Artisans in ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome would mark their pottery and textiles with unique symbols, basically, the world's first logos. Mine. To tell buyers, this is mine, this is special. That simple act of identification evolved into something much more powerful, a promise. Think of Heinz ketchup. Since the 1800s, that name has stood for a flavor and quality that families trust. Without branding, all ketchup would just be anonymous red sauce. And if consumers couldn't tell who made what, why would any company bother to improve their ingredients or their recipe? Do you see how even the simplest form of branding sets products apart? That little mark creates an accountability system that builds trust. Next, we'll continue to look at how branding has evolved in the world of social media, where the stakes are personal and the connections even more direct. The principles remain the same, but the opportunities are greater than ever. Do you remember when only big brands with big budgets could get their message out to the world? Not so long ago, if you wanted to build a brand, you needed millions for TV commercials, radio spots, and billboards. The game was rigged. Only the giants could play. But then something extraordinary happened. Suddenly, we all started carrying professional cameras, editing studios, and global broadcasting platforms right in our pockets. The smartphone has changed everything. How curious. As advertising became more sophisticated and polished, people began to trust it less. That advert featuring a celebrity with flawless lighting. Today, consumers see right through that. Meanwhile, a person speaking from their bedroom about a product they genuinely like is who we trust now. Those flaws in the lighting, those improvised cuts, that genuine enthusiasm, it feels real because it is real. This is the revolution we are living through. Authenticity is the new authority. Power is shifting from companies with big budgets to individuals with genuine perspectives. This democratization of audiovisual creation has opened the door to something powerful: personal branding, which can now rival what only corporations could once achieve. And here's the incredible part. You are perfectly positioned to take advantage of this change. Your unique voice is now your greatest asset for building a personal brand that resonates. We are living in the noisiest era in history. Every second, 5,000 tweets are sent, 95,000 videos are watched on TikTok, and more than 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube. In the face of this digital tsunami, how does anyone manage to stand out? The answer isn't to shout louder, but to stand for something clearer. That's where personal branding comes in. What exactly is personal branding? Think of it as your reputation, designed rather than left to chance. It's the deliberate shaping of how others perceive you, based on your experiences, your values, and the unique way you present yourself to the world. Your personal brand isn't just a logo or a profile picture. It's what echoes in someone's mind when they hear your name. It's what makes you unique in a sea of similar creators. The beautiful thing about personal branding is that, although it's about how others see you, it starts with how you see yourself. What are you passionate about? What is your perspective? When you can answer these questions with confidence, you've taken the first step towards building a personal brand. What makes some personal brands magnetic while others go unnoticed? After studying hundreds of successful creators, we found these 9 pillars in common. Think of them as the foundation of your brand. If you build this well, everything else will be much easier. First, define your niche. In today's sea of content, trying to be everything everywhere means being nothing to anyone. If you're passionate about trading, don't dilute your TikTok with fitness tips, travel blogs, or random memes. Be known as that trading expert who explains concepts with clever humor. Your audience should know exactly what to expect from you every time. Second, be authentic. Cameras don't just capture images, they capture energy. People can tell when you're putting on an act. Remember, you're building connections with real people who are looking for genuine interaction. That authentic, slightly imperfect version of yourself will always outshine someone who's polished but fake. Third, stand firm in your values. As you grow, you'll face pressure to compromise. Don't give in. If you teach trading, for example, always highlight the risks with complete transparency. The well-being of your community should matter more than any sponsorship or trend. Those values will become your reputation. Fourth, master the art of storytelling. What connects more? Trading requires risk management, or let me tell you about the time I lost my entire investment because I ignored this principle. Stories create emotional connections that facts alone will never achieve. Fifth, consistency is your secret weapon. 3 quality posts a week are better than 10 posts in a single day. And then, silence. Your audience is building a relationship with you, and relationships need reliability. Use content calendars to keep up the pace without burning out. Sixth, create visual recognition. Have you noticed how you can identify certain creators' content before even seeing their name? That's visual branding in action. Consistent colors, fonts, and editing styles are your visual signature, just like Deriv Official maintains across platforms. Seventh, interaction isn't optional, it's essential. Reply to comments, ask questions, run polls. Algorithms value active conversations, but more importantly, real people feel appreciated when you respond to them. Some of your best ideas will come from these interactions. Eighth, no creator is an island. Strategic collaborations expose you to new audiences who trust another creator. These partnerships can accelerate your growth far more than working alone. Lastly, embrace patience and persistence. Building a personal brand is a marathon, not a sprint. Those who seem like overnight successes have usually been working for years. Measure, adapt, and keep moving forward. This is a meritocratic space where consistent work is what brings results. Which of these pillars are you already strong in? Which one should you pay attention to first? Your personal brand journey begins with an honest self-assessment. There is something crucial about personal branding that most people forget. It's not something you do once and then forget about. Your personal brand should grow and evolve alongside you. Think of iconic figures like David Bowie or Madonna. Throughout their careers, they reinvented themselves time and again. New sounds, new looks, new artistic directions. Yet, we always recognize their essence. Your interests will change, your experience will deepen. Don't fight against these changes. Incorporate them authentically into your brand story. Remember, your audience doesn't fall in love with a polished, unchanging version of you. They invest in your journey with all its twists, lessons, and transformations. You've now seen the master plan that successful creators use to stand out in the digital age. The question I leave you with isn't whether you could build a powerful personal brand, but whether you will. Remember something important. Every creator started exactly where you are now. With no followers, no system, just an idea and the courage to share it. The difference between those who move forward and those who stay behind isn't talent, but taking that first step. Embrace your authentic voice and simply begin right now. In the following episodes, we'll dive into practical information to put these principles into action. You'll see how to create not just a single piece of content, but a sustainable structure that helps you publish consistently.